What is up, guys? Jake here with Success Motors. I've got a walk around video for you all today. Surprise, surprise. We have ourselves a 2002 Ford Excursion Limited 7.3 liter Powerstroke Diesel. Guys, this one is a two-wheel drive, but it's a very nice ride. No rust, two owner. It's a really nice ride, very clean. But hey guys, if it's your first time with us, welcome. My name is Jake, the owner-operator of Success Motors down here in College Station, Texas. We're gonna spend the next 15-20 minutes doing a full in-depth walk-around video of this specific Excursion. So if you're interested in buying it, you can do so and feel confident in knowing the condition. Now, I do always recommend come to College Station, put your hands on it, test drive it for yourself, as inevitably I'll miss something that you would have seen. But nonetheless, I film these videos as about 80% of our excursions and vehicles, they actually go out of state. Most people don't actually come. So totally up to you, but I want to film this so that you know exactly what you are looking at. So again, I'm kind of walking around from a distance at the moment, but I'll get up closer to it in a little while. We'll get underneath it, we'll look under the hood, and we will test drive it. But this one's a two-owner, like I said. I'm just going to go ahead and break up the flow a little bit and go inside. Because inside I have the Carfax report, which you can see this is on our website, successmotors.net. I always get questions on prices. The pricing is listed on Facebook, it's on Instagram, and it's on our website. But here it is. There's the VIN number. You can see it's a two owners. It's got 29 service history records. You can see last owned in Oklahoma. I'll flip through it, but like I said, you can nab this copy for yourself on our website, which is successmotors.net. You can see, I believe it was owned in Tennessee and Oklahoma, and it was also serviced at the Ford dealer. Look, Bates Ford, Lebanon, Tennessee is where it was serviced, so that's pretty cool. I always like to see vehicles that have been serviced at the dealer versus being serviced, you know, at a Jiffy Lube or something. No shade against Jiffy Lube, but you know, we all know about that. So anyway, two owner, no accident history, no rust. Spent most of its time in Tennessee and then Oklahoma, I believe it was. And then just recently it had $1,000 service right here. It had the engine oil cooler was removed and replaced, as well as an engine oil cooler gasket. That was to get rid of a, I believe, a leak that it had. And then it also just recently had another remove and replace EGR pressure feedback sensor, exhaust back pressure sensor. So nice rig. Just had about $1,200 or $1,300 worth of work done to it to make sure it doesn't leak any oil. Again, clean title, no accident history, just a real nice rig. Runs and drives great. It has 256,000 miles on it, but you know, for those of you who know, you know, these 7.3s last a 500,000 miles or more. Now this one is a garage kept truck. It's very evident to me that this one was garage kept. My detail guy was very adamant about so as well. The paint is in really good condition. There is no clear coat flake of any kind. Nothing more than just a few rock chips in reality. So like a little rock chip right there and a rock chip right there. In fact, that might not be a rock chip. That might be something that could come off. This has not been paint corrected. We didn't do any polish or anything like that. This is just, we washed it from a detail perspective, just washed it and got it ready. It does have the stock size tires, and tread depth appears to be, I don't know, 50 to 60% on all the tires. We'll look at all four of them as we go by. But again, windshield, no cracks, no clear coat flake, no oxidation. This unit was definitely garage kept and is very nice and very clean. Little rock chip right there, looks like, and maybe a little like rock chip right there. You can see this is an aftermarket tow mirror. Didn't come factory with these, so it does have the aftermarket tow mirrors, and of course they work. And I do like the amount of space and surface area that you have when you go with those mirrors over the stock ones. You can see a lot. No dents, no dings, no major scratches that we are seeing on this side of the Excursion. Looks like maybe a scratch right here. Let's get a rock chip and then like a light scratch right here, maybe that's been repaired. You can see this back tire, I believe is, the same brand. Tread is maybe closer to, I need to get a gauge. It's just got good tread. No concerns there. No rust in the wheel well. You can see this one is stock mechanically. However, it does have an MBRP exhaust. A few other little things we'll make note of as we get underneath the hood here in a minute. But right now, just trying to show you the outside physical condition. Yeah, very clean. Camera's not lying to you. Paint is clean. This one is the Limited, so it's got the backup sensors. No rear view camera or no rear camera on this unit. Paint looks great right here. A little bit of oxidation or flake right there, but honestly, that's really good, especially for this being stock. You can see no sunbake here. Again, just fitting for the fact that this was more than likely stored inside. Nice rig. I believe this one does have rear airbags, by the way, because here are the import, or the little spot where you would put air into the bag. So we do have rear airbags on this one. I'm gonna look up underneath it here in a second with the camera, and we'll get a glimpse at that together. But we're on the driver's side now. These are smudges. These aren't scratches, they're smudges. So again, we didn't polish this thing. Perhaps those would come off with a paint correction if they bothered you, but I mean, we're talking tiny little things, especially given the age. This tire, they're all the same. This one is great as well. No rust. If you have any questions, give me a call, 979-202-1948. Check out our website, successmotors.net. Like I said, we do have a few other Excursions listed there as well, and a few incoming. But this is a very nice two-wheel drive, especially for the price point. Kind of getting harder to find in this type of condition with this history, no accidents. Just a nice rig. That's a bug, not a rock chip. That's also not a rock chip. That's like a little something in the paint that's sticking out. A little scratch right there. Again, all the tires are the same. You know, good tread. I don't think these tires need to be replaced. I don't know the date code on them, but I don't think they need to be replaced. Front end grille looks good. Again, no accident history or damage reported on Carfax. The biggest flaw in the whole thing is it looks like it's scraped up against some concrete right here or something. You can see that. That's the biggest flaw on the whole rig. Hood is in good condition. Very few, if any, rock chips up here. No oxidation, no flake. Again, just, I mean, I would rate the exterior of this thing as a really strong 9 out of 10 when considering it's 23 years old. Look at the roof. Roof is good. Those seams there are good. The black luggage rack is good. That usually gets rusted out, or not rusted, but just kind of sun-baked whenever they've spent a lot of time outside. Continuing with the exterior, and I'll show you the interior. No rust in the rockers. All right, let's poke up underneath it. Yep, so it does have rear airbags in there. I can see them both right there. And then you can see the rockers are clean. Frame is clean. Looks really good underneath here. Super good. I'll show you the fin plate just so you've got it. All right, already showed you those. Driver's seat, good condition. Leather is soft, malleable. No cracks, no rips, no tears. Power seats work. Steering wheel is in good condition. Door panel is in good condition. Again, no cracks in the windshield. This one is, I mean, all stock inside, minus the trailer brake controller down there, but stock head unit. I like them like this, all stock. No cracks in the dash. And then check it out here. None of those were broken. The light's working, and that's actually working on this one. Headliner is really clean. Second row seat, very clean. Again, leather is soft, just again indicative of the fact that it probably spent most of its life inside. I mean, really soft, really malleable compared to what they can be especially down here in Texas when they've spent time outside. Headliner looks good. Lights are still working there. Notice this one has, of course, rear AC, but does not have the infotainment center. Carpets are clean. Door panel back here is clean. All right, coming around back, all of the doors open. As you can see, it does have a Husky floor liner back here, but the carpets are a lot cleaner than the mat. Carpets are clean, look really good actually. So I might take this mat out and replace it, but I left it for, you guys can do whatever you want. Spare tire, feels like it has tread on it. I don't check them, but it is full and it has tread. So it should work in a pinch. I don't check the age of the spare tire. Panels look good. Everything back here looks as it should. Popping around, just continuing the tour here. Again, all the seats look in good condition. No major rips or tears, no big stains. Again, headliner is good. Guys, this is a really clean Ford Excursion. Show you the rocker on this side. Again, there's no rust on this rig, but I don't want anybody to think I'm hiding anything. Passenger seat, also in good condition, minus a little bit of cracking right here. It's not all the way down to foam, but just has a little bit more wear right there than the other seat does. Power seats, again, both work. Let's check out in here. Original owner's manual. Looks like a pigtail to something. And again, I don't remember if I showed you this rocker or not, but no rust in the door jamb. And that panel is nice as well. Yeah, this is a really nice Ford Excursion, guys. 2002 limited, 256,000 miles. We'll start it here in a minute. Let me show you under the hood, and then we'll take it for a test drive. And then I'm gonna try to pull up a list I have on my phone, some other things that have recently been done to this rig. I make notes, try to keep track of everything. But engine bay is super clean. Battery date code, February of 2022. So batteries are 3 years old. Coolant looks like it's been flushed recently. That looks like a fresh coolant. Looks clean back here. I don't see, I guess that's indicative of the fact that the oil cooler was just off. Some of this engine stuff was just off to fix an oil leak, but I don't see any black soot and whatnot indicative of there being an oil leak. Interesting, this one does have a coolant bypass filter, which I'm not accustomed to seeing this filter on a 7.3. Usually I see it on a 6.0. So it does have the, I'm trying to read the brand of that. What is that? Just diesel site? I don't know what that says. But anyway, cold air intake or aftermarket intake, or filter here, I should say, at least. But engine bay looks good, looks clean, and then it does have that bypass coolant filter. All right, let me start this thing up. If I can find the key to it. 2 keys, 1 fob. This is not a cold start. It's just been driven out of the garage and then turned off. But it should be cold enough to still have the wait to start light, which it does. Starts right up. Sounds like a healthy, you can see it's still very cold, the gauge is down there. 256,982.5 miles. All the gauges are working. We're idling here at what, I don't know, 700 RPMs. I'm gonna pull up a list on my phone here, see if I can't find what has just been done to this thing. Here we go, found the list. Never had a tuner. Recently replaced HPOP fittings and lines. Fuel bowl was resealed. Resealed the oil cooler, no leaks. And then has the Mishimoto transmission cooler. Oh, perfect. I'm glad I saw that. Mishimoto transmission cooler, 4-inch MBRP exhaust, and then the airbags. So perfect. All right. Radio works. AC is blowing. AC is blowing cold right now. Windows, window, and again, as you can see, that is working. It says 14 miles per gallon right now. Rear AC is working. Mirror is working, and mirror is working. All right, let me get out so you can hear it idle. We'll do a blow-by test and we'll take it for a test drive. Really healthy sounding 7.3. No blow-by. A lot of stuff down there looks new. Yeah. There you go, guys. Let's take it for a test drive. Again, 2002 Ford Excursion Limited, 256,000 miles on it. 2 owners, no accidents, no rust. Lots of recent maintenance, mostly stock, no tune, which that's the big thing, right? A few other things. They'll all be listed down there in the description below. But if you have any questions, absolutely feel free to give me a call. This one feels tight, it feels nice, it feels clean. Again, it feels like it was well cared for. And then also it was garage kept. So that's always a massive plus. 25 years of the sun can beat on a truck. From 1 to 2 was great. Two to 3 was great. 3 to 4 was great. And 4 to 5. So now we're in, I believe we're in 5th gear. I think these 2002s have 5. It could be a 4-speed. I kind of was thinking all 7.3s are 4 speeds, but I think I just counted 5 shifts right there. So I may be incorrect. Maybe in 2002 they went over to the 5-speed. Anyway, you might know more than I do about the transmission that's in this thing. If you do, drop a comment. But anyway, all the shifts, whether it was 4 or 5, I don't know, they were all good. Now we're going 60 miles an hour, running about, what, 1700 RPMs. The best riding Excursion, in my opinion, is a 2-wheel drive Excursion. Probably a 2-wheel drive 7.3 to get the weight. You got all the weight of the big 7.3 up there. But the 2-wheel drive just kind of has a softer, plusher suspension. But we're driving great. You can see I'm just one-handing it right now. There is little to no free play in the steering wheel. Feels tight, like it should feel. I don't hear any weird squeaks or cracks. Interior's quiet. Doesn't sound weird. Nothing. Just a nice place to be. And if you guys have any questions at all, give me a call, 979-202-1948. I think the price is right on this one for the condition, the mileage, the history, the lack of rust. So I think this one's going to sell pretty quick. We can handle the the transaction completely electronically. If you're interested, we can do cashier's check or a wire transfer, and we can handle all the documents through DocuSign, and then we can transport this thing to you no matter where you are in the lower 48 states. But anyway, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon.